Hey, it's Aaron here, and if you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this website called Scribie. This is a transcription service, so we're going to take a look at it, a full review, and we'll take a look at whether this is worth your time, how much do they pay, how do you get started, what does the job entail, alright? And then we'll kind of go from there. Now, at any time, if you want to find out my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 US per month working from home, I've got my favorite strategy that you can check out right below in the description box. Go ahead and put your email in there, and I will send you that training for free, alright? Completely up to you. Now, let's continue with the review. So Scribie is basically a transcription service created by a gentleman called Rajiv Podar. It was created in 2008, so it's been around for a long time, and they're based out in San Francisco, California in the US, all right? Now, how this works is they basically transcribe for different customers, okay? So if I wanted to transcribe, I basically could pay 10 cents per minute or manual 80 cents per minute, okay? And then they show you different turnaround time. You can order now, and I would basically send them, an audio file, and they would transcribe it for me, and they would deliver it to me. That's actually what most people would be paying for. But at the same time, they hire transcribers to actually do the job, right? So if you scroll all the way down here, okay, you can become a transcriber, right? So if you want to join Scribie, as a transcriber, you would just click on Get Started, and you would sign up as a transcriber. It's freelance, okay? And they basically pay $5 to $20 per audio hour. We're going to talk about that in a second. And then you would take a test, you would set up your PayPal account, and you would see whether you qualify to be a transcriber for Scribie, all right? That's kind of how it works. Very, very simple. Now, the cool thing about it is you can work from home, and what you need is a computer, you need a headset, you need a microphone, all right? All these things are very cheap to get if you don't have it, and you need to be pretty good at listening to audio and typing out accurately on your computer. That's really the skill that they're looking for here, all right? Now, why do they pay between $5 and $20 per audio hour? Because it depends on the level that you're at. They've got 4 different levels. If you qualify after you take the test with them, then you join them as a basic transcriber. That's what you join them at the entry level at. If you continue to do well and you work for them for a while, you can move to a reviewer, and then if you do well, you can move to proofreading, and then lastly, the highest level is quality control. All right, so depending on what level you're at will depend on how much money you get paid per audio hour. Now let's talk about audio hour, right? They describe audio hour as how much the length of time that it takes to read the actual audio in an hour. But that doesn't mean that you will type everything out in an hour. So for example, if you get an audio and you were to transcribe it, okay, that actually might take you 2 or 3 hours per audio hour, if that makes sense, because it takes you a little while. You've got to listen to something, pause it, type it out, listen to something, pause it, type it out, and that takes a little bit of time, okay? So if you have a full audio hour, it might take you 2 hours to do it, or it might take you 3 hours, which means that you're earning a little bit less than what they say here, because it's going to take you a bit more time, okay? So just understand that and translate that for the amount of time you actually are making or getting paid. So if you make $5 per audio hour, maybe you're only making $2.50 per actual hour, okay? Or even less if it takes you a little bit more time. Just understand that that's kind of how it works, all right? Now, they pay out through PayPal, and you can withdraw that anytime, all right? And the cool thing is that they pay you a $5 bonus for every 3 audio hours that you complete. So that's kind of nice, right? So every month, they calculate how many audio hours you've done for the month, and they'll pay you an extra $5 for every 3 audio hours that you've completed. That's pretty cool, okay? Now, if you fail the test, if you basically want to become a transcriber and you take the test and you fail it, you can retake it 10 times. And if you retake it 10 times and you fail, then unfortunately, you're not meant to be a transcriber, okay? But if you mess it up a couple of times, then you can, still take it another 10 times just to make sure that you give yourself the best chance of becoming a transcriber with Scribie, okay? So that's kind of it. That's kind of it in a nutshell. Now, you can work from anywhere. They have a lot of jobs. So literally, if you put in 5 hours a day, you could sit there and just transcribe for 5 hours, But again, this is a skill set, because if it takes you, 3 or 4 hours to transcribe something, 1 audio hour, that's a lot of time, and you're really not making that much money. So the only way that this particular work from home job ends up, doing well for yourself is if you're pretty good at actually doing the transcribing work. That means listening to audio and typing things fast and accurately. Okay, otherwise I wouldn't even bother with this, because then your 5 to 20 dollars per audio hour gets diluted significantly, because you're taking way more time to actually do one audio hour, if that makes sense. Okay, so this really depends on you. All right, so the big question is this legit? And how much money can you really make? Well, let's just put it this way. Scribie has been around for a long time, since 2008, so they're 100% legit. They've got some good reviews and some good and some bad reviews, but essentially they are a pretty good transcribing company. And if you wanted to work for them and work from home with them, then there are ample opportunities for you to actually get started here, click on and take that test and see if you qualify. All right, the question is how much money can you really make, and is it worth your time? All right, well, here's how this works. If you're good at transcribing, then it might be worth your time, because you can do it quickly and accurately, and it means that you get paid for an actual audio hour. But if you're someone who is a bit clumsy, and you're not very good at typing and you type slow, then maybe this might not be for you, because it might take you a much longer time to transcribe one audio hour, and then the per hourly rate kind of goes out the window, if you know what I mean, right? There is no shortage of jobs though. That means if you want to sit here and just transcribe for 10 hours a day, they've got plenty of work for you to do, which is great. All right, and they pay through PayPal, which is pretty awesome, and you can just withdraw from your PayPal account once every single day, which I think is pretty cool. And they pay that $5 bonus for every 3 audio hours that you work per month. All right, so that's pretty cool. But are you going to become a millionaire? Not really. Are you going to be able to pay off your loans and your mortgages? Perhaps, if you work enough hours and you're fast and you're good. Otherwise, it's a so-so job, but it does give you that flexibility of working from home, and you can learn the skill, which is pretty cool. Okay, it just depends on how much time you want to spend on this, and how much you're willing to work per hour. So that's my review of Scribie. I think it's a pretty good opportunity if you have the skills to transcribe accurately and quickly. Again, if you're somebody who's a bit slow, a bit clumsy, this might not be the right work from home job for you. Okay, so that's my review of Scribie. You can check it out at scribie.com if you want. And if you're here watching this video right now, perhaps you're looking for a way to generate more income using the internet. Maybe you're not specifically looking for a transcribing job, you're just interested in making money online. There's lots of different ways to do it, especially in the day and age that we live in right now. With the power of technology and the internet, there are so many different ways for you to earn really good money, actually, from the comfort of your home. All you need is an internet connection and a computer. Now, I've tried all sorts of different things. I've been marketing online for over a decade, and I found that some things are better than others, okay? And so if you would like my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 per month, 100% working from home, I'd like to share that with you. If you would like, all you need to do is just click the link below, register for my training, and I'll email that training directly to your inbox. So make sure you check your spam folder, because sometimes email ends up in spam, and I'm going to send that training so that you can check it out if you would like. All right, I hope you enjoyed this review of Scribie, and I hope to see you on another review. Take care and all the best.